Alrighty, folks, and what is going on? Welcome back to another Crawford Farms on what I believe is a Saturday night. As you can see, it is very much raining right now. So, no harvest today. Pretty much letting everybody off the hook in regards to giving me a hand today. So, Genetic J says sleepyhead. Yeah, I know, right? My sleep schedule is officially completely screwed right now. Where is it? There it is. Looking for the sprayer. I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night. Woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I decided to take a nap. At like 3:30 this afternoon. And you know what? I'm going to fill this thing back up because I really don't know exactly how much this field is going to take. Yeah, I took a nap and just woke up an hour or so ago. I gotta move that 7250 first. As you can see, our grain that we put in there has now officially been turned into little seedies. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Despite my sleep schedule being completely screwy, like I said, I actually have managed to get quite a bit of work done on a little project me and Doughboy are working on. So hopefully once he gets to feeling better, then we'll be able to get started on that. So for those of you unaware, Doughboy was admitted to the hospital a while back, a few days ago now. He has since been released. Turns out it was kidney stone. He's expecting he's going to be laid up for a few days, but nonetheless, he'll get better. And we're all happy to hear that. Still don't know why, but yeah, essentially, you gotta empty this thing before you can fill it. Which just makes no sense. So we're going to head to field 25, where we're headed. That was the last field harvested, and she needs sprayed again. So that's exactly what we're going to take care of. So yeah, we're going to spray that field. And we're going to take care of cultivating it. What else do we have planned for today? We may get into some grass work, may get into some harvesting depending on the weather. I don't know if it's going to let up by then or not. We may just end up taking care of all kinds of other stuff first. We do have other fields that we can spray and get ready for planting season, because we will be planting the snot out of this here farm this winter. Things have really gone quite well in that regards, timing wise. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Oh dear, I think I stalled it. Oh, easy girl. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I gotta change that. Finally got my GPS set up right. So that, okay, let's just put the park brake on and do this manually. So I can auto set it, but apparently enter button on the number pad also shuts off the engine. Let's slide it over a little bit, because I really can't see the edge of my... I could actually need to go over a little bit more. And then we'll rotate it like that. Hopefully that will give us good coverage. Alright. Oh, I'm way too far over there, aren't I? Now I can see. Go figure. Put my park brake back on again. Let's bring it back this way. Finally see the edge of my field there. Oh, let's try that and see what happens. Nope, that's reverse. Whoopsie daisy. Somebody seems to have left a couple corn stalks in the field there. I'd blame it on genetic, but I don't think you gotta swing at the either of the harvesters the entire live stream last time. And funny, I actually realized after the live stream myself that we bought that new harvester, or new used harvester. I never got to drive it myself either. Never drove a harvester the entire stream. That's alright. There will be plenty of time to use it, I am sure. Okay, I'm going to put a headland down here, I think. Alright, that would make our life a little easier, because we're going to constantly be rubbing up against those trees otherwise. Oh, I can't see them. That's the problem. Kind of half guessing as to where the edge of the field is. See just a hair bit of the green grass way out in front of me. I'm getting plenty of overage rather than not covering enough, I think. There we go. And we'll just start again at this edge of the field, I guess. Starting at this edge of the field, it is a little bit trickier. You gotta kind of guess when to turn around. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Whatever you may be doing. It's very warm for us lately. In fact, there's actually, aside from a couple snowbanks, the edge of parking lots, there's just like no snow on the ground, which is unheard of this time of year. That means we got the show on row 11, so I think we'll have 10 more passes to do. Once we finish this, you know. Don't quote me on that, that's for sure. Dum dee dee dum. Let's get a little like spike, guys. If you guys haven't hit that like button, sure would be appreciated. Like spike! Bump up my speed there. Get 15 extra like 5 real-time minutes. Majestic Gaming says hi. Welcome, Majestic. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Ooh, welcome to the live stream. We're stuck in the rain. Not much to do. Contrary to what Billboy thought, I did end up taking care of my piggies at the end of the last live stream. Pigs and sheep. I did not forget about them. So they're all still alive and kicking. I'm doing very well. I'm kind of just waking up from a nap. But, aside from that, doing really good. I'm happy to be farming. Been kind of map making all day, and it's been boring. Doughboy he's not doing good, but he's going to make it. Turned out to be a kidney stone, which, for those of you who have had one, thankfully I don't think I ever have. I'm sure I would know if I did too. They're supposedly extremely painful. So that's what he's got going on. He's expecting to be laid up for a few days, so just wish him the best of luck and speedy recovery. So we're getting some free cleanings for our equipment. Hey, that's a plus, right? Yeah, at least now the sun's starting to come out a little bit, so we can, even through the rain, we can see a little bit more. I think we might have to throw this thing until the end of the field. Majestic says, I'm so dang tired, just go home to practice. What are you practicing, bud? Whoops. Need to shut that off. There's going to be a big field to cultivate. Message Mark, see if he wanted to join me, but apparently he's doing some recordings today, so it's going to be a big one to cultivate all by our lonesome. Thankfully we do have that 6-meter cultivator now versus the old 4-meter that we could actually pull. So, should be able to move things a little bit quicker. Jessica says my life is yellow. I very much do remember what those days were like. It's been a long time since I felt that way, but I have been there, my friend. I remember a few years back, I joined the beach volleyball team, And it was the first time I had done any kind of physical activity since like high school, so it'd probably been another 4 or 5 years. But yeah, it was the first time I'd really done a sport since then. And I went to work the next day. I got down to put the hoist arms under a car, and I ended up having to get one of the guys to come help me up because there was no way I was getting back up. Been out of the game a bit too long. Get her straight there, bud. Much better. I think we got 3 passes left after this. I think. The old cultivator, unfortunately, won't be quite as quick. Jessica says, yeah, last week I could move all Sunday. I was in bed all day. Couldn't move all Sunday. I was in bed all day. Had to have help walk it out. So you never did answer my question. What are you practicing, bud? Oh, she's going to be real tight whether or not we can make it by the looks of things. Right, we were at 33% last time we started up. This time we were at 22%. That means we burned 11%. Right, 22 and a half. And that'll do it right there. Yeah, I'm all caught up. Say like oh, you did say baseball. My apologies. Mm, 4 days a week of catching, 2 days of hitting and fielding. Yes, sir. Alright, well that's perfect. That's a very, very large field. The first stage of it is near in the books. And my grammars aren't that good. Well, considering you call it grammars, I'll agree with you. It's all good, buddy. Alright. Fold her up. Take her back to the farm. Jessica says I'm currently destroying a family-sized box of Cheez-Its. I don't know if I'd destroy a family-sized box, but I can definitely destroy a regular one in a day. You go across my grass like that. I have to slap somebody in the wrist once I figure that out. Alright, I'm just going to bring it over here and refill it, and just leave it like that, just so that when I decide to come back to it, she'll be prepped and ready to go. Alright, let's drop that guy off there. I feel like destroying the box of Cheez-Its may not exactly be, what's the term I'm looking for here? I feel like it may be counterproductive as towards all the physical activity that you just did. Where it is. I want to put my dual wheels back on her. Rear twin wheels. Yes. It's a cheat day, he says. Okay. Alright, now, where did I put? There it is. Me cultivator. Go there. Go. Ah! Not paying attention to my screen there. Just about ran over my mower. Dum diddy dum 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 dum. Alright, now need to turn our GPS back on. Unfold this sucker. And alright, so that should let's do that and see what happens. Down. Full RPM. Yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote, I think. The power side of things, we're doing 12 there. 10th gear, give us anything better? No, but it's probably going to be a bit more stable. Well, let's turn our lights back on. At least while we're working through the rain here. We're going to have to come back and do a pass at some point just to clean up this top edge, but nothing I'm too concerned with right now. So for those of you unaware, next Friday, I think actually the way it's going to work is it's going to start Friday and end through Saturday. We will be doing a 24-hour charity live stream. When I say we, the main YouTubers are going to be myself, Icelandic Farmer, Doughboy, and Brummy Farmer. We are fully expecting others to join us. Whether or not they join for the entire 24 hours will be up to them. There we go. That's a little better. Some speed downhill. Yeah, we will be doing a charity live stream, like I said. We will be debuting Johnny V's new map, so it's not extreme. The charity is going to be Doctors Without Borders. Fortunately, I forgot to put links in the description. But if you want to check out my Discord, there is more information available. Majestic says he's coming. Good. Awesome. Happy to hear that. More the merrier, that's what I say. Main thing here is we want to have some fun. You know, if we can raise a little money in that time, then that's an added bonus. We've given ourselves a little headland here to make turning around a little bit easier. We'll probably do something like that on the other end once we get there as well. Whoops, wrong gear. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Mark got our 10-wheeler stuck over there, so we're gonna have to look at seeing if we can pull that out or push it out or whatever we have to do at some point in time. There we go. We are cruising now. Love the gearbox in this tractor. The sequential gearbox, it makes getting the right gear so easy to do. 270-degree turn here. Oh, great demand for milk. Ah! Dum 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 dum. Take the GPS off for just a little bit that we're freehanding. I highly doubt that they'll put the gearbox mod in. Just because really, I don't think those guys really use it as much as I do. But even if they do, it's super easy to turn off for yourself. Just because the gearbox mod is in the game and enabled does not mean that you have to use it. Which is a good thing because it's a pretty complex mod for people who don't use it on a regular basis. It's not really that difficult once you get it figured out, but just getting it set up that first time around is a bit tricky. I'll give you that. Alright. Turn our gearbox back on, or our GPS rather. Try not to take. Took out mailbox. My dad's not gonna be happy. That's his mailbox. Come on, Bessie. Get up there. Get a little bit more speed out of this thing going uphill, but even with this big old tractor, 6 meter is a bit on the tricky side for it. Well, my RPM shot up. So I figured to try giving it one more gear. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was really hoping that Marc was gonna be available. Clearly Doughboy's not gonna be available, but I was kinda hoping Marc would be. Then we'd get the 6 meter and the 3 meter on this field at the same time, and we could really knock this out of the park. But that's alright. That's alright, I suppose. See that black smoke billowing out of the tractor. She's working hard right now. Love that smell of diesel in the morning. I actually used to really love the smell of diesel in the morning. Now that I work in a garage, it's not so great because you don't get the fresh air right directly afterwards. But working out on the farm, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've come through doing another headland. whole point there is to try to make it so I don't have to put it into reverse, because that just takes up more time. Yeah, it'd be harder on your gearbox too. Not that we have such a way to represent that type of wear and tear. Ah, yes. Good. That is a good smell right there. I won't argue with that one at all. Fresh cut grass, local gas. Yeah, sure. Now this edge's got, at least for the upper part, has a little bit more room to work with. Let's do a little in-cab work, shall we? What's our gauges showing us? We are about 1800 RPM, 17.3 kilometer an hour, 9:33 in the morning. Now that I've actually got all those gauges figured out as to what they are, it's kind of nice. If I just, when I get to the edge of the row, I just gear down real quick. Slow myself down, give myself more time to get turned around. That would help. I bet you it probably would. Because there's lots of room there. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yes, it says I used to go to work with my dad at 3 a.m. and the diesel engines were firing up. It smelled so good. But it's bad for you though, sadly. Trucks and reefer fuels. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely not the healthiest thing in the world. As we get a little bit further down the field, we'll be able to make a little bit quicker progress because it starts to level a little bit. We don't have this large rise to deal with. Yep, should be able to get max speed out of this here implement. Probably getting close to a quarter of the way down the field right now. Definitely not a fast field to harvest, or to harvest, cultivate. Well, it's not a fast field to harvest. It's not a fast field to cultivate. It's one of our bigger fields for sure. But it's also a moneymaker, so I'm not going to complain. We're going to get the work done. Yeah, we'll just get her done. Oh yeah. So another thought to put in your guys' head: if you guys haven't checked out the Discord channel, our Discord channel yet, man, I really suggest you do so. We got some really cool stuff going on in there right now. We've got a channel specifically for updates regarding the 24-hour live stream that we got coming up. There's a spot specifically in there for Crawford Farms questions for those of you guys who want to know anything. I also added a couple more sections for news. So as I see news popping up from Giants or SCS for American Truck Sim or Euro Truck Sim, I'll be able to post it in there. You guys can keep an eye on what's new, what's fresh, what's coming. So yeah, make sure you go check it out. That being said, I also, I posted in my Discord that in the next very short amount of time, I will be closing down our Facebook and Twitter pages. I'm just not on them enough, and I'm on Discord a lot. So it makes a lot more sense to me, especially where my community is a gamer-based community. It's a really good way for me to keep in contact with you guys. So we're going to make the shift over to that direction, I think. And I think in the end, that's definitely going to be better all around. So I don't know if I have the sheet here somewhere. I do have the sheet. I did some quick math the other day. And I'm really excited with where the farm is going to end up here over the next little while. If I were to sell all the crops that we've harvested right now, and this doesn't include potatoes because I don't have a count on how many liters of potatoes we have, because they're all sitting, on the ground versus in a shed, and I didn't think to keep track of how many truckloads moved down to the farm, and I should have. But if I was to sell all the crops that I can sell, I have to keep some of them for the pigs. So I took that into account. But if I sold everything that I can sell right now, not including potatoes, we would make about $150,000. Now, we still have one field of corn left, which we could get another 20 grand or so out of that, I suspect. But on top of that, if we wait until mid to late winter to sell most of those crops, I'm expecting we'll get 20 to 30% boost on top of that. So that could be an extra $50,000 on top of that. So $200,000 for the crops, plus the potatoes, whatever they come out to be. So there is definitely going to be some money made off the farm this year. We didn't hardly make a cent last year, but we reinvested into some more ground, some bigger equipment, all that kind of stuff. We got our liquid fertilizer production plant up and running. All of these things have turned out to be really good for us. And we'll just, of course, keep reinvesting back into the farm. We won't be upgrading harvesters. Now that we've got that second harvester, that's going to be enough to do us for a very long time, I think. Now that we've got this 7250, I think this is, at least for the foreseeable future, big enough to handle the majority of what we need. And we've got so many little smaller tractors that if I'm feeling overwhelmed with work, I bring in a few people, and then next thing you know, I'm caught back up again. So I think the plan is, The plan is to reinvest back into some more land. That'll make next year even more profitable, even still. Yes, we do have an update on Doughboy Kiwi. I guess I don't think I actually posted it in my Discord, and I apologize for that. I should have. Doughboy messaged me yesterday, or today, I don't know, yesterday I think. And he was released from the hospital. Turns out it's a 5mm kidney stone. And his words were, they gave him some meds, and they don't want to do surgery yet. So, they're hoping it'll pass. I feel for him because it's not going to be fun. But, good news is, he's going to be okay. Majestic says, so my stage game, I have negative $44. But I have some good equipment. Yeah, we've been in the negatives a few times here too. And although we don't have the biggest equipment, we're getting to the point where we have a lot of equipment. So like I said, you know, we do have some decent sized equipment. This tractor here really helps. This tractor is the big key. The 7710 is a decent sized tractor, so it helps. But the key here is, you know, if I need help, I've got enough equipment now that I can just bring other folks in to give me a hand. Around. Come on. Did that all wrong. Not quite sure. I haven't really thought much about what our next piece of equipment will be. I do have a couple switch ups. I've already made mention that that our 4-meter cultivator, I plan on switching that out with a 3-meter cultivator. This way, for a couple different reasons, it means we can actually run the same GPS route when we cultivate together. It just means he would have to run, whoever's in the 7710 with 3-meter needs to run an offset. And so that's, we're actually going to downgrade equipment, but it will be better because we'll actually be able to keep speed. And like I said, we'll be able to run the same GPS route, so we'll be able to get stuff done quicker when I have 2 people cultivating at the same time. Also, I guess one thing, I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but it's not really big news. We've got 2 3-meter plows, and this thing is capable of pulling, what is it, a 4 or 4.5, maybe the Amazon, I think it is. What's that, Genetic? Are you jealous because you're not in here right now? I could change it. I could make it a multiplayer in a matter of minutes, and that'll help me get the field done quicker. Honestly, I was really last minute get this live stream set up, so I didn't really have time to get a hold of a crew of people. And I was also weary about getting a hold of too many people, because if I got a hold, if the same thing happened that happened last time, and nobody would get a hold of me, And all of a sudden, everybody gets a hold of me. I wouldn't have enough work for everybody to do. But if you want me to change it out, I'll change it out. I'd love to have some company on the map. I do have plenty of work to be done. Janai said, yeah, I know, you were still blurry when you started. Yes, I very much was. My eyes were blurry. That was one of the hardest things. You wake up and you get straight to looking at 3 32-inch monitors and just, ow, my eyes hurt. Yes, I do have a lot of cultivating. That's what I'm talking about. Cultivating and then grass work, and I've got more fields that need to be sprayed. There's lots of work to be done right now. I would like to get some more grass work. Whoops, I need another gear too. I would like to get some more grass work done. Again, to have some silage ready to go for winter time, that would be awesome. That's when, of course, the price is best. Majestic says it's all up to you. Oh. Tell you what, Majestic, I don't want to get into that right now because I don't have a complete list up right now. Send me a message after, and I don't want to be uploading mods during the live stream. I tried to do that a few weeks ago. It didn't turn out so good. Really put a lot of buffering in my stream and whatnot. But send me a message in Discord, and I'll send you the information. I'll try to get it done tonight, if not tomorrow. And then maybe we'll bring you in on the next one. Yeah. Kyle Smithson says, wait for it. Yo. I can actually see the YouTube chat show up in XSplit before it shows up in the YouTube window, but it shows small on my XSplit that I can't read it. So I could tell that it was Kyle Smithson, but I didn't know what he said yet. What's going on, Kyle? Welcome to the live stream. Alright. I'm going to make a quick change here, guys, so bear with me. I'm going to save the game. Yes. Quick. Multiplayer, create game. How is Doughboy doing? That's kind of a loaded question. He's still not doing good, but good news is we know he's going to pull through. It's a kidney stone. That's what's going on. Extremely painful. Thankfully, as far as I'm aware, there's never been a life-threatening kidney stone issue. So, we're sure he'll pull through. It's just, he's not going to be too comfortable for the next few days. So I wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, we do need a Doughboy command, don't we? Alright, so where was I? Alright, so it's all set up genetic. It's up to you. No pressure to join, but if you'd like to, you're welcome to. Kyle says, that sucks. My wife gets them all the time. Really? Oh, that does not sound fun. A regular occurrence? Does not float my boat any. Dum dee dum 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 dum. Kyle says she's been like that since she was a teenager. Ugh. That just would not be fun whatsoever. Yeah, definitely getting this more level ground now. Oh look, rain just stopped, didn't it? Or maybe it's rolling back in, I don't know. I guess it just probably wasn't raining when I restarted the game, but... Don't know if that means we're not going to see any more or if it'll start back up or what. Yeah, I pushed the button. Wait. Sorry about that, folks. Accidentally, I was whipping the steering wheel around and I slapped the Windows key. Alright, well, the rain's not going to come down at this point in time. I'm going to shut the lights off. Oh, I forgot to slow this thing down. I really need that. I gotta start lowering the cultivator before I lock the GPS in, because the steering wheel always never seems to be quite back to center by then. And then it just unsets and I have to redo it, and yeah, it's just a complete mess around. Da, 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 da. probably go for another year, but we're at the edge of the row anyways. Lower gear means slower turnaround, which is a little bit easier to manage. Whoopsie daisy, that was reverse. Welcome to Redneck Gaming, where we forget how to talk, we press all the wrong buttons, and the wrong things. No, I didn't hear it. Ooh, tree! Yeah, I didn't hit it, but I'm gonna have to turn around. Or not to. So there's absolutely no headland there aside from the headland that we created. Oh, I gotta resituate my pants. Yeah, rain is officially off of the forecast, which means the crops should be drying up before too long. If perchance the crops are dry by the time we finish this field, then I think we'll move into harvesting a field all by our lonesome. So we've got at least one day of snow in the forecast ahead of us. Yeah, if we get those crops in today, that would definitely be a bonus. I already switched it over. Genetic, I'm way ahead of you. Pay attention, brother. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to back this girl up. Just give me 1 second here, folks. I also want to switch into there. Okay. Put her in gear. DPS lock, yep, cool. Well, hear that RPM drop. You gotta be quick to get her back into the right gear, otherwise she'll just plummet. And the next thing you know, you're stalled out in the middle of the field, looking like a fool. Not that that's not something I'm accustomed to. Yeah, if we could get those crops in, I guess I kind of stopped what I was saying there. If we could get at least the corn in, that leaves us just with just the potatoes. And we'll have all but one field cultivated. We're gonna be. No, this is still the one that we ran last time, genetic. I don't like switching them out in the middle of a season, with seasons, or in the middle of the year. I'll switch out and update to the latest version once I hit last day of winter. 10-4 Jeanette. Majestic says I just broke it to positive $36. Attaboy. To be honest with you, Kiwi, map has come to a standstill. When I went house sitting for my brother, I didn't really have any time to do any modding at all. And I just kind of lost my modding groove. I was, however, just talking to Delta Bravo today, though, and he was asking when I was going to have it ready, because for those of you unaware, I am going to be handing it over to Delta Bravo's team once again for them to try to break it. Anyways, just him messaging me and asking me when it's going to be available was kind of enough of a kick in the butt to say, okay, maybe I should actually get back to work on that. I finished another project. Well, I shouldn't say I finished it. I got it to the point where I can't do any more until I get together with Doughboy. So that leaves me a little bit of time, especially where right now I actually have nothing going on with Crawford Farm. So, yeah, it is the only truly active map that I need to get back to work on. So, hopefully I can get myself back in the groove in the next day or two and get some work done. Really, what I need to be doing is doing a live stream on it, because it's been like 2 weeks since we did the live stream. And there was a handful of things that we noticed that were issues. I can't remember like any of them. So it would almost be good to do another live stream on it, try to find those things. But Doughboy's been hounding me that he wants to get on the map himself, so I don't know if I should wait for him or just do one with him. I don't know what I'll do. Kyle says, where will you upload it since Giant sucks with their mods? I wouldn't say Giant sucks. They have a more thorough testing process. They just have some serious flaws with their testing process that drive me bonkers. So anyways, FSUK, PCSG, Mod Hoster. Those will be the three main ones, and then I'm sure it'll get leaked out onto all those garbage sites. Let's take some map is all that I'm missing. I just dropped it back in. Okay. Give me 1 second, Nick. Let me see if I can find something. I don't think I have an active link for all mods, but we'll see. Dropbox. Nope, I don't. Darn tootin', no, wait.
The link for your mod
is
still there?
Yeah, it is. Scared the snot out of me there, brother. Okay, Majestic says, do I have permission to post it on mod.us? .us is, yeah. No, I'm not going to give that out. As far as I'm concerned, those are the 3 sites that I want it on, and if it goes to another site, then it's not wanted there. Mainly because it's tricky, because if somebody leaves feedback on modhub.us, that's not a site that I frequent, and then I don't end up getting the feedback. And if there's something wrong with an app, I want to know about it. That's why modders want them on the sites that they upload and nothing else. Well, that, and they can make money off of it, but that's so minimal that that's peanuts. Like, for me, the main reason is so that I can get proper feedback. Yes, I do know what you were getting at there, Kyle. Honestly, I think if FSUK was slightly more thorough, like they have a very good testing process. They're very consistent and quick. They're just not quite as thorough as I wish they were. And if they were a little bit more thorough, man, they'd be untouchable.
My push to talk button's stuck for some reason.
Yo, does that mean I have to listen to you constantly?
No, it's working now. What do you mean you have to listen to me constantly?
Kiwi says, well done, Genetic.
Oh, I noticed it was pretty loud.
Yeah, it definitely was. Kiwi says 70 minutes till FK goes live. What's he doing? The charity map tonight, is he? Ethan says, hey bud, welcome Ethan. Thanks for stopping by. He says, yes sir, right on, right on, right on.
I adjusted my levels, is that better?
Oh yeah, you're perfect now.
Yeah, I know, thank you.
Don't get too cocky about that. Ethan says, want to crack a cold one, bud? Actually, I have been contemplating that pretty much ever since I woke up. Not gonna lie. Majestic says, "Hold on, I'll be right back. Getting a tissue from the bleeding ears from his insanely loudness."
Hey, I didn't originally adjust my settings up. They were where they were last time, so...
I don't believe you. Not for
You could not believe me, but that's where they were. The computer's probably been restarted since then. Maybe that did it. I don't know.
It's possible. You never know.
I've been having bad issues since the last Windows update anyway.
Are you on 10?
Yep.
No, you poor sucker.
I like 10. It's just if they would quit screwing things up when they update it.
That's the problem, is they're constantly updating and constantly screwing up. That's why I went back to 8.1, because you get what you get, and it's never going to be changed again. And I've since learned it very well, and I like it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but...
Well, this PC came with it, so...
With 10?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's so easy to get free ones, so... Legitimate free ones. Or even $20 free ones if you're bound or determined to actually pay for it. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the other edge of the field. Which is a little... Oh, actually, you know what? No. I'm going to go up to the top, because there was that row that we missed. Oh. Dum diddy dum. He says, "What's your name, Rubber Burn?" My name is Rubber Burn. That's my online name. If I felt the need to produce my regular name, I'd make that my YouTube name. I guess I can tell you I'm Steve. I'll give you that much. Justice is back. Welcome back, Majestic. Glad you're still alive and kicking. Yeah, we can shut our GPS off now. Yeah. Yep, starting this back, take her back to the farm. Start getting geared up for some grass work because our crops still aren't dry, so that's the next logical step, I'd say.
Sorry, Majestic, but I could have done that better if I tried.
just imagine if I had them cranked up to 200% on top of that. All right. So I'm going to take this, we're going to pull the rear twin wheels off of it. Brass work, I think. Oh, we haven't picked up our eggs recently. Customize. Wide tires, customize. No, I don't want wide tires. That was dumb. Come on. Customize. Oops. Guess I'm going to do maintenance. Standard tires. Probably just spent money on those. I did spend money on those wide tires. That was dumb. Dumb. Chester says it happens all the time. You're very sensitive ears. Haven't gone deaf yet though. Well, that's a good thing. How's that download coming?
What, did you send a new link?
Oh shoot, I didn't send you the link, did I? No, yeah, it was the old link.
Well, I've got the old mods.
Yeah, well you should be able to... The map is in that pack.
Have you updated it since Tuesday?
No.
I dropped it back in and it's still not working, so something's different.
What? That's weird.
The version it's showing on the... When I go to log into it is 1.00, no, 1.0.0, so on and so forth.
1.0.0.0?
Something like that.
Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 second here, folks. Cancel or refresh. Just out of curiosity, is the name of the file FS17 Crawford Farms me?
It doesn't say that when I try to log into it, but it doesn't say update either. So, like the one in the mod pack I downloaded was me.
All right. Well, I'm. You guys will have to excuse me if you see some buffering over the next 12 minutes or so. But I am sending them the version that I am currently playing, because that does not make any sense why that, because I haven't changed anything. Whatever. Alright. Actually,
you're gonna have to cancel that. It's buffering your stream like who would have it.
Is it?
Yep.
Womp womp.
Well, maybe next time.
Womp womp. All by my lonesome. Well, guess there's no point getting two pieces of equipment right at the same time in this area. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Kyle Smithson says, I like that tractor, that case tractor. I know, right? Good tractor. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like this tractor. Once they finally came out with a good version of it, I was happier than a pig in snot. Majestic says, I may have lost some sanity, but otherwise fine. And he said he got no buffering, but I've already canceled it. It's too late now.
Oh, it's alright.
So what are you up to today, anyways?
Not much. Trying to stay dry.
See a wet one today?
It's been raining pretty much all week, and we've got flood stages that are approaching or maybe exceeding what they were in 1997.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's no good.
No. I was... some reason we got to help the city put the floodgates in the flood walls yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And they were putting the other one in today, so...
Kyle says he didn't get any buffering either.
Maybe it's just me.
I can try it again.
Nah, it'd be alright. But I'm gonna try this and see what it does.
Alright. This is going to be a big patch of grass for me to try to do all by myself. But really all we need to get done is...
Did you change the name of it in your mod folder?
Nope. FS17 _ Crawford Farms Me, M-E.
Yep. That's what I've got.
Don't make any
showing
sense.
It's not the required mod.
Oh, I made a teensy tiny little tweak to it. I forgot about that. And my understanding is, even if I told you how to tweak it on your end, you still wouldn't.
Nope, it changes the hash.
Yeah, that's so freaking stupid. Well, gosh darn it, there's the problem right there, folks. What's
Emergency
that?
alert, flash flood warning till 1:30 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Jessica said I had a nice 65-degree day here. It wasn't 65 here, but it wasn't freezing out either. It was like 2 degrees Celsius, which is like 34, so I wasn't complaining. Try not to destroy our neighbor's crops. Yeah, so I guess really the main thing for us is we just mow this, windrow it, bale it, and then wrap it. If we can get all that done, And we can worry about loading the bales on a different day. Majestic says, where's that guy from? He is from, well, I know you're central Canada, ain't you?
No, not Canada.
What?
No.
I'm getting everybody confused.
I was getting my Canadians mixed up the other day. No, I'm from Western Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't even close.
Central, but just way farther south.
Yeah. Cuckoo says, hey guys, welcome Cuckoo. Thanks for stopping by. Would be nice if that wet crop symbol went away fairly soon though, because that is going to affect our grass yield off this a bit. I like this mower. I love this mower actually. I'm so glad that I decided to start using it. Mark put it best. He said this is a very underrated mower, and I couldn't agree more.
Is that the one that's from the mod hub that's just angles one way?
No, it's just the it's the in-game New Holland mower.
Oh yeah. That one from the mod hub looks, it's just a reskin of it, and it only swivels one way as far as I can tell.
Oh
Maybe
really?
It's smaller. I don't remember which one it is. What the name of it is.
Trying to make sense of your messages. I think what you're trying to say, Majestic, is I'm at 74 degrees. I'm walking on thin ice with RB. I'm assuming that's what you're going for there. I don't mind winter too much. Especially when there's a lack of snow involved. Which this winter has very much, there's been a serious lack of snow this year. Really, we haven't had a serious winter for a couple years now.
No, this one wasn't bad for us.
No.
I guess maybe the Northeast got a little more.
Yeah.
They usually do.
This tractor is definitely overkill for this mower, but since when is overkill a bad thing? Oh. This is at $74,000. I'm walking on thin ice because of the Nightbot. Gotcha. And Majestic says, and we didn't have a bad winter here in the Northeast. You know, I'm Southeast Canada. Really, like I said, it hasn't been bad for us so far. It can't be that far northeast, Majestic. If you're sitting at 65 degrees.
I only had one bad weekend here. I had to work, let's see, between Friday, Saturday, and Monday.
Yeah.
I got 42 hours.
Oh, wow. So do you get a lot of snow in Kentucky?
Not usually. We usually get probably 2 or 3 snows a year, and
Yeah.
a couple of them you have to push. But last year we only had one.
Yeah.
Last winter, and this winter we've only had like 2 or 3. We
Yeah.
had 4 inches of snow on one of them, but had ice with it.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of times we're at the point, we're far south enough to where we get ice stuff more often.
Yeah. Majestic says Northern Massachusetts. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not great with American geography, so I can't really appreciate where that is. But if nothing else, we have to get this stuff baled by midnight. I think we can do much better than that, even though we are by ourselves, but just the same. Definitely taking care of a couple of big areas for the size equipment we're working with, and being all by ourselves today. But gotta get that work done, gotta make that money. Still got that bloody wet crop symbol up there. It did rain for quite a while. No doubt about that. And we've got rain in the forecast again for tomorrow. So whether or not we can get our harvesting done tomorrow is kind of questionable also. I think I'm going to, so it shows that I could have started planting my winter crops as early as yesterday, but I feared, I don't really know the way seasons work. I feared if it germinated, then the crop would have died beforehand, or as soon as like winter came out. So I'm going to try planting one field, I think.
When I've ran it, as long as it's in the green that says it's plantable, it doesn't kill it off.
It won't kill it off, eh?
No. I cropped a field and sowed wheat in the fall.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't get a growth stage unless it's warm enough. But It didn't freeze.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Is that it's warm enough right now that it could definitely get a growth state, and I have.
No, I mean it came up, but like in the dead of winter, it wouldn't. The growth cycle wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Warmed up.
So it did come up before.
Yeah, it
winter
came up
happened.
and then it didn't freeze.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, maybe we will give that a try then, because
unless something has changed since then, but I couldn't imagine that. We run wheat here all winter.
That would make it possible for me to actually double crop, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's the only way I found you can do it, is being able to plant, as long as the bar is green.
Yeah.
You know, telling you that you can plant it or whatever the color is.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's wheat, barley, oat, and rye are all possible to. Oh, canola as well. Maybe soybean, but I'm not sure.
Corn's usually the last thing to come in.
Is corn possible to winter crop?
I don't think so, because it's not plantable after a certain point.
Yeah.
I mean, if the bar is not showing, you can't. It's not going to work.
Well, let's take a look. Let's see what happens. So wheat, barley, canola, we can do all those, of course, oilseed and poplar. That's another idea, is just doing oilseed. I don't think we need to, though. Yeah, so the main ones are wheat, barley, canola, oat, and rye. Those are the only ones we are showing. I should have made and I wish I knew a little bit more about the season's growth stages, because I don't quite understand it. I would have liked to have done it with potatoes as well, because I know a lot of farmers in this area will plant potatoes and harvest them in spring or early summer. And those are actually the most profitable crops, actually, because not a lot of farmers do it. But the ones that do, well, they're the ones with the freshest potatoes, of course.
I don't know if your geo is going to let you double crop or not. It'd be pretty tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked at it a few times, tried to make sense of it, and I don't think so. But if it already gets a couple of growth stages under its belt, by the time winter hits, and by the time springtime rolls around, I would think it would give me enough time to do it, plant again, and then harvest in the fall.
It depends on what you're going back with. If you're trying to go like grains in the winter and then corn and soybeans in the summer, it's going to be hard to do.
Yeah. This is true. This is true.
See, that's mainly what we do here in Kentucky. The farmers that I know of.
Oh,
Some of them don't double crop at all. They just one crop. That's it.
So why wouldn't you double crop if you can? Is it a little bit more risky in real life?
Well, there's more money involved in it for one thing, and then because of course you got to buy your seed and everything too.
Yeah.
And, like the cover crops we've got here aren't really. It's not like oil seed. It's I think some of them do that though.
Yeah.
A lot of times if they go over it with wheat and in the winter, and they'll sometimes they thrash it, and sometimes they just cut it and bale it.
Yeah. Really, just cut and bale an entire field of wheat.
Yeah.
That seems kind of pointless to me.
Well, it's it depends on how much hay ground you got if you're running cattle too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically, it's just costing you the amount of money that it takes to sow it.
Yeah.
Work involved in it. You don't really have to. It's not wasting ground, put it that way.
Yeah.
Some people do like haylage. They'll cut the wheat and then bale it and make like silage bales out of it. Some people do. I've known people to do corn that way.
Really?
A strip of corn that they'll do for silage for cows.
The corner's getting tight.
You say your pants were getting tight.
I said that corner's getting tight.
Oh.
Trust me, that's not going to happen with you on the other end.
Oh, I didn't mean that way. I thought maybe you and little Debbie had a thing going or something.
Me and little Debbie? Yeah. We have been a little bit too close for comfort ever since I got laid off.
Hey, that happens. Let's see. Jeez, it's pouring down here.
Well, guys, I think I am actually going to call it probably an early stream today. For a couple different reasons. One, I know Farmer Klein is about to go live with his charity map, and I like to try to support him with that. Two, because I know when he actually does go live with that, I often lose a few people. And it hasn't exactly been the strongest stream in the world today anyways. I suspect next time you guys see the live stream or see me live stream this map, we'll probably still be moving into the next day. I'll probably do a little bit of farming off camera. Sometimes it's nice to do a little bit of farming off camera. I'll probably finish up this field myself. Majestic and Kyle aren't too happy. Well, I'm not leaving you with nobody. That's the main thing you guys can take from this, is that, like I said, Farmer Klein should be going live any minute now, if I am correct. I will wait until he goes live. I'll get a notification on Discord though, so I'm not leaving just yet. Just letting you guys know.
Well, according to his notification, or his video, it's 18:30 when he's going live. So yeah.
Oh, so he's... Oh, okay. Yeah, and so has he officially changed the start time of UMRV or something? To 10:30?
It's been, that one's been that way for a while.
Has it?
I think.
I just... when I first started going there, it was 10 o'clock, and then the last, like, 3 or 4 times I've gone in there, it's been... It really doesn't start rolling until 10:30, and...
He may have, I'm not sure. I'm sure it has to do with the children. It's kind of hard to get them settled in bed.
Yeah. I don't have that problem.
Sometimes it's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
I could understand that.
I got a sick one right now.
Oh yeah, that's no good. Majestic says, is UAL in FS the auto load trailers? Yes. UAL stands for Universal Auto Load. So the UALs will actually do more than say the in-game auto-load bale trailers, because they'll also auto-load your pallets and heck, you can even get ones that auto-load wood and wood logs and stuff like that.
Yep. The new Flygel DPW set that is, I don't know if it's on the Mod Hub or if it's on FSUK.
Yeah.
But it has an option to select between normal universal auto load and then logging. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was looking at your geo here, and you don't have any overlaps in it, so I don't think you're going to be able to double crop.
No.
Unless you count poplar.
Yeah. But I wonder though, even if you can't technically double crop, if you still get ahead, say after 2 or 3 years, by doing a fall crop, and then it all depends on when it pops up. That's the big thing.
Well, actually, you could probably get away trying to double crop with grains in the winter, and then sunflowers.
Yeah.
That's pushing it though on your harvest and plant dates.
Yeah.
They don't have an overlap on them.
Let me just take a look here real quick. So let's see. If I plant now, right, you're still not going to be able to harvest until midsummer, are you?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
You don't have anything green underneath of midsummer.
Yeah.
You get to the first of autumn again.
Yeah, gotcha. But I still feel like you're getting ahead doing it this way. And maybe you're not even. If you plant in the spring, you harvest in the fall, and then you plant in the fall, and you harvest in the summer, you still can't plant again until the fall. Yeah, you're getting almost.
You could run two.
You're almost getting a half a year ahead eventually.
Yeah.
But that's all you'll ever get, and then you're stuck that half year ahead.
Now, if the Geo had let's say a 3-day overlap there,
Yeah.
you'd probably get by with doing them back to back that way. But corn and soybeans don't really cooperate too well. The growth cycle's longer or something.
Oh yeah. May look into trying to adjust that and tweak it. Well, it's going to need eventually it's going to need a complete overhaul, because may or may not eventually be another crop added to the map. A very unrealistic crop for the area, but...
Well, the next thing is, do farmers in your area normally do double crop?
I honestly have no idea. I've been out of the farming lifestyle since I was in high school, and even then I didn't really pay enough attention to it. The truth is, I really highly doubt that they usually did, because potatoes were so prevalent in the area. That was the main crop. Potatoes, corn, and canola were the big crops that you saw getting harvested. You would see some wheat or barley done, but I think that was more for the cows than anything. More for cows and crop rotation. Because potatoes are really hard on soil. I know that much. So rotating crops in a potato field is fairly important. Majestic says he's using the PJUAL trailer. Okay, right on. Is that one of the gooseneck ones, is it? There, Majestic? Majestic says he's using the Wood Meadow Farms plow truck for fertilizer spreading. Yeah, I suppose there's no reason you couldn't technically do it. I don't know how practical it would be, but I mean, where I'm from, people use pickup trucks for salt sanding and salting roads or driveways and sanding them and whatnot. So, I mean, there are definitely spreaders designed for pickup trucks. Just it says yes to the UAL trailer right on. Yeah, I still haven't downloaded that version Farmer Klein sent me. Should take another look at that. I don't think the version that I have is UAL. We're definitely getting close to being done this year. Done mowing the field at least. Oopsie daisy. Leave a little bit behind there. Farmer Klein in the house says, "What's up, folks? We're cutting some grass." Yeah, that's pretty much a guarantee. We were just talking about you not that long ago. Nothing good, I promise. And I'm actually going to cut that just a little bit because I missed that wee little bit.
Well, according to this article I'm reading, it says unlike many producers in tropical and subtropical areas, two or more crops a year are not possible in Canada. There's only one.
Okay.
So your geo would be accurate.
Cool. Well, maybe we'll just leave it as is then. If life's a little more difficult up here in the igloos. Klein says double cropping 12 plus fields is a ton of work. Yeah, it would have been a lot of work. I also think it would have been a lot of fun too, though. I mean, because field work is what I really enjoy in Farm Sim. And
well, yeah, Farmer Klein, you got to realize though that Rubber Burner just brings everybody else in to do the work.
That's also a very valid point. And I kind of feel like, yeah, I personally really enjoy field work above anything else. Grass work, that's like second best, and then logging's third best. Actually, I'm going to turn around and do this a little bit now. But oftentimes I feel like I just don't get to be on the field as much as I'd like to be. That was poorly done. I could have cut that better and got it all in 2 swipes. Klein says, I've been in harvest since early summer on Midtown in year 2. That's 30 game days of harvest and flip fields. That's a lot. I'll give you that. Well, Genetic, why would I pay for course play though when I can just bring you guys in and get my work for free?
Yeah, really.
Perfect logical sense, really. Alright, last little chunk. Take this back to the farm. Switch to the windrower. Majestic says, gotta go by. Thanks for the update on double. No problem, buddy. Says, what is the update? Folks in chat were asking yesterday. So I spoke to him. It was yesterday, and I should have done a better job communicating once I found out what was going on, and I apologize for that. Turned out to be a kidney stone. They've sent him home. They do not perform surgery or, from my understanding, do ultrasonic anything like that. He's essentially taking some meds, and they're hoping that it's going to pass. So good news is, as far as I'm aware, kidney stones have never been life-threatening. Bad news is, he's in a lot of pain. Yep. online says, I had me one of those and it never passed. They had to blast it. Oh, that sounds just awful. I consider myself quite lucky. I've never had one. I'm sure in due time. I think pretty much everybody gets one eventually. I think a lot of it has to do with what you eat and so on as well. And don't believe being on the road all the time. He openly admits all the time that he does not eat healthy when he's on the road. So I'm sure that probably playing into it. Time. Get it all just barely. That'll do it for mowing. That'll do it for the mowing, folks. So we've got, what we got, 7 hours left to get this windrowed and baled. With the hopes yeah, windrowed and baled, that's the main thing. But we want to get them wrapped as soon as possible as well. So maybe I may be working late into the evening on this game day. We'll see what happens. See our harvesters out there getting ready for the last cornfield that needs to be harvested. So now that I've gone over genetic with the Geo, and he definitely taught me a little bit there. It gives me a little bit to think about how to plan for the rest of this year and next year. And what I'm thinking is what we'll essentially try to do is split the number of fields that we have to harvest in the summer and the number that we have to harvest in the fall. Which one do I want to use for this? I want to use this guy over here. And while we're at it, we're just going to take a quick swipe and clean up after our sheepies. Because they are a bit of a mess here. I think we should probably be cleaning up after our pigs as well. We're smart, but I never claimed to be smart, so there's that. Thanks to all you old guys and your ailments. I like that. Let's take a look here real quick and see what our pigs do look like. They probably should be cleaned up after. Cleanliness 15%. Yeah, so let's take 2 minutes here and let's take care of that. Where is it? There it is. Wow, that bucket was really low down on the ground. My Lord, you guys are messy. We're stuck just a wee little bit. There we go. Let's dump it right on his head, see how he likes that. Kyle Smithson says, I just realized the little grass lot off field 19 has Canadian flag in it. Well, I know, right? Took me actually like 2 days to figure out how to do that, but definitely glad that I did. He says, what a mess. To be fair, the mess in the pig pen, that's part of the error that was in the map. It's not actually an error, it's just a unfriendly glitch. Oh, I said friendly, it definitely is a friendly glitch. Okay, here we go. So, hey, Cosmos, I didn't realize it until I was almost done mowing. Windrow, there she be. This thing fast in reverse, folks. She's a good little tractor that way. Oh yeah, I realized there when I was doing my prep for this stream that if you guys remember, we plowed some of field 21. Actually, we didn't plow any of field 21. We plowed an extension onto field 21, and the original plan was to just plow, you know, what we ended up harvesting after harvest season, and I forgot to do that, so it's not going to get plowed until next year, unfortunately. Alright. There we go. crank up the hand throw all the way and just sit back and relax a little bit. Whoops. Zoom out a little bit here. Turn the lights on. Makes it a little bit easier in those darker areas. Dum 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 dum. It's tricky trying to get 3 rows in here. Having a slightly wider windrower definitely would have been beneficial. Well, yours plans on starting in like 5 minutes from my understanding, and so I'm going to be shutting mine down in like 5 minutes. To be honest with you, I'm hungry. And that's one of the main reasons. But I got no problem also supporting your guys' or your charity live stream as well. Whenever you go live, I seem to lose some numbers, so there's that too. That's all right. But yeah, I think now is probably as good a time as any to start winding down the stream. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I know it wasn't exactly a huge turnout, but a lot of the regulars showed up, and I really do appreciate you guys a lot. I want to thank Genetic for joining me, even though him actually getting into the game turned into a bit of a fail. Nonetheless, nice having him in Discord with me chit-chatting along. Don't forget to check out PCSG as well as 3H Gaming. Check out my Discord, guys, because there's lots of stuff going on there right now. There's also, I'm going to be putting lots of information out about the 24-hour charity live stream that we'll be doing next Friday. So keep your eye out for that. What else do I want to say? I know I'm missing something. Don't bother checking out Facebook and Twitter anymore. I'm closing them down. They're pretty much done at this point in time. I think that's pretty much going to do it. Farmer Klein says he was late due to race team practice. Okay, right on. Oh, yeah, go check out Farmer Klein's stream. He's going to be getting geared up and ready to go here real soon, I'm sure. So, Farmer Klein's always a blast to watch. So, until next time, y'all have a good night. See ya.
Are you clear?